Shall I start?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Learn English with Neha. And today on my channel, we have Sunil sir. He is an excellent spoken English teacher as well as he is a very good English speaker. So today in this video, I will be discussing about lots of things related to English. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, good afternoon. How are you?
Yes, sir. I'm good. And how about you, sir?
I'm good too. Thanks for asking.
Yes. So how has your day been so far, sir?
The day has been pretty good, and half of the day is gone, and half of the day is left. So I'm looking forward to doing so many different things in the rest of the time.
In this teaching profession, especially English spoken profession.
Okay.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are now. Okay, so even I don't know how it happened, but I
Mm-hmm.
always wanted to be an ace speaker. I always wanted to speak in a manner where will always find my communication skills riveting. If I ever spoke, they would dream of speaking like me. They would also try to
Mm-hmm.
imitate something from me, because this is what I did. When I was learning this beautiful language, I used to try to imitate so many people. Like, I used to imitate my teacher, and there were some other YouTubers where there were other some celebrities. I thought one day I would speak like them. So this happened, and I always wanted to have the atmosphere of English. In order to create that atmosphere, I thought I should start giving English classes, so that whatever knowledge I have, I'm going to keep that knowledge with me, or if I share that
Mm-hmm.
knowledge with others, so it that knowledge will double. So keeping this in mind, and when I was learning this language, I truly fell in love with this beautiful language, and bit by bit,
Mm-hmm.
i I got to know more about this language, and then I thought, let's disseminate the knowledge I have with others, and that's how I became a teacher of English.
Okay. Okay. So my next question is, sir, that like, how has your experience been in this profession?
Hmm. So I would say my experience has been sublime. I have really enjoyed whatsoever I did so far, and like, this is ineffable.
Okay. Okay. So, as you have been, in this profession for a long time, so you must be aware about the psychology of the students, especially related to this language. So,
Hmm.
whenever any student, any learner, any beginner comes to you, what kind of approach, what kind of expectation does a learner have from a teacher regarding this language?
Hmm. So the first odd thing is that whenever students come to me, they always doubt my communication skills or my style of teaching, because they
Okay.
always expect that a teacher is going to be a bit old, and he
Okay.
yes, he might not be in casual, or in casual clothes. So this kind of thinking, and I'm being very honest here. I do not have too many students in the batch I'm teaching because of timing issues. So when they come, when they
Mm-hmm.
find that class with not a lot of students, so they doubt my skills, as I told you.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the thing. Then
Okay.
I
How do you convince them?
convince
How
I.
do you sort out their like confusion? Yes.
So the thing is that I know what knowledge I have, the methods I have, and I never ever run after any students. If
Okay.
they, yes, if they want to take classes from me, if they really want to learn, they have to have patience. And whosoever they learn, they have to trust that person first. And you cannot judge a book by its cover. And it's going to be too early to judge a teacher if you take one day
Yes,
demo.
definitely.
Because when you take demo classes, in demo, a teacher teaches something else. But when he starts teaching, when he starts giving his classes, the way he has designed his course, then it is antithesis of what you get in demo classes.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. Okay, sir. Actually, I watched a few videos of you, and when I watched your first video, so
Hmm.
I really got impressed by way, the way you communicate with the people. Somewhere or other, it is easy, but implementation of advanced words,
Hmm.
idioms at the time of speaking, it's little bit hard. It's not, piece of cake.
Hmm.
So, what should be the right approach of implementing words and idioms in communication? Because generally, whenever it times to speak or whenever it times to simple words, right? We do not use that much high vocabulary. So, what should be the right approach of learning all these things?
Okay, first of all, you need to know your interest. You need to know your need. What kind of level you want.
Okay.
If you are a beginner,
Mm-hmm.
that point of time you should always
Mm-hmm.
go for basic vocabulary, like the words which are used in
Okay.
our day-to-day conversation, like play, spread, eat, wake up, make. Like these basic verbs should be used. And when you feel you
Mm-hmm.
interact with people, they are way more better than you, and you want to speak in a way where people will be impressed by your communication skills, there whatever you are doing on a daily basis, it is going to be mundane.
Mm-hmm.
People are certainly going to find all these things jaded. So
Mm.
in order to make your communication skills scintillating, you have to add
Yeah.
something which other
Yeah.
other people do not do. So keeping the same thing in mind, what I try to do is I just try to use the synonyms of the words. Like i have
Okay.
I have heard this a great many times, that people always say that I am glad or I'm elated.
Mm-hmm.
But I make sure I'm going to
Mm.
give the different synonym for that. I usually say I'm effervescent. If people are going to use this
Okay.
word, I'm not going to repeat that. I'll make sure I will find the alternative of that. I'm going to say I'm in the
Mm.
seventh heaven, like that. And
Mm.
it's my ambition to speak differently. And
Okay.
I don't want to imitate anyone. So these are
Mm.
I have. And if I talk about idioms, so I feel that I have a different nexus with idioms. Whenever I learn
Okay.
idioms, I quickly think, okay, this one I have read. I need to use this one in my day-to-day conversation. And for that, I
Mm.
create a lot of space. And every
Okay.
time I practice it, I before I use any idioms in my conversation, I make sure I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to use it at least it for 9 to 10 times.
Okay. You okay? Okay. Mm-hmm. It means repetition is very necessary.
Yes, yes, true.
Deliberately, you have to use your advanced word and idiom in your communication. Deliberately.
Yes,
Okay.
true.
Okay. Yes, and with different context, I think, because if we are not using it with context, so we are just, mugging up. We are just
Hmm.
taking it as a word or as a idiom only. Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Okay. So, sir, as you know that, and you must have seen that is going on, has
Hmm.
been going on. Yeah. So, how do you take it? Like, is it like because English has become so much important that it could be the reason or anything else? How do you take it?
I think this has been the nature of people, that they always follow the herd. They always try to do things which other people
Mm-hmm.
already do. And
Okay.
whatever other people are doing, if they are benefited by that, they feel that they are going
Mm-hmm.
to have benefits doing the same thing. But they never ever check the efforts or the innovative ideas these people have, the pioneers of this thing. Like if there is someone who has just started his English journey and no one has done this before, once he does that, he has different thinking, and he
Mm-hmm.
always differently. And and I feel that that person is deeply interested in that profession, but other people are just following the herd. What they are doing is,
Mm-hmm.
I give you an example of Dehati ma'am. She is there,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
she has been an inspiration to thousands of housewives.
Yes,
Look,
absolutely.
yes, looking at her YouTube channel, everyone knows that she is renowned,
Mm-hmm.
and deep down she also earns quite well.
Mm-hmm.
But people never
Yeah.
ever see what were the reasons to make a YouTube account for her. Now
Mm-hmm.
we only look at her success, like her channel.
Success.
Yes, her channel is doing very well, and we try to just emulate the same thing. But
Yeah.
you always listen to your heart, what you are deeply interested in. You should always do
Mm-hmm.
which excites you.
Mm.
This is
Okay. Okay. We shouldn't take decision immediately just by emulating the people.
right.
We should analyze our interest, then we should start something, right?
Yes,
Yes,
well,
absolutely. Yes, yes. Okay. So, sir, what is like, I have seen many learners that, they think that, even I also think that, like many times when we communicate with anyone, so we make mistakes, not deliberately,
hmm,
unintentionally, we make mistakes. It can be, slip of tongue, or
hmm.
it can be anything. You can consider it anything. So, had you ever faced this situation in your learning?
Yes, I do face it 9 times out of 10. Even
Okay.
whatsoever I have spoken so far, I must have made a few mistakes there. But I was not conscious of my mistakes. Mistakes will happen if you try something new, if you try to do something out of your comfort zone. Their
Mm-hmm.
mistakes will naturally happen. But what you can do is you can make sure that the same mistakes should not be transpired. If you try to make the same mistakes, it means you are not improving. You are not taking
Mm-hmm.
this seriously. If you make new mistakes, it means you are making a lot of arduous efforts. You are trying something
Mm-hmm.
new. So mistakes
Mm.
are the true part of our life, and if we don't have mistakes in life, we cannot succeed in life.
So we can say that mistakes are indispensable part of our learning, right? We cannot ignore it, and we cannot, like, there is no shortcut of
Mm.
overcome this problem. We have to face this problem anyhow, and just by facing this problem, we can overcome, right?
Yes, yes. I would also love to add one thing here. I have been an English teacher. Being an English teacher, I think it has become my duty. It has become my terrible habit that every time I try to listen to people very carefully.
Mm.
And if they make mistakes, I quickly catch it because I feel
Mm.
my grammatical concepts are also quite good. Even I
Mhm.
have found a lot of great speakers making some silly mistakes, and I have found
Mhm.
them making mistakes in present tense. One day I was,
Mhm.
yes, one day I it might be wrong or it might sound offbeat to say that, but one day I love to watch Karan Johar's English videos. I usually follow him, and I love the way
Mhm.
he's. One day
Mhm.
he did make a mistake. He did make a
Mhm.
mistake accidentally in present tense, and I quickly got it. So
Mhm.
mistakes are the part of life. Whosoever is there, somewhere
Mhm.
we do make mistakes. But what we can do is we can track our mistakes. Okay, last time I made this mistake, or I
Mhm.
make a mistake on this particular thing.
Mhm.
Very, I should avoid it.
Yeah, I think this is the nature of every teacher, finding mistakes.
Yeah, right.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, okay, well said. Okay, so sir, like, I just want to know that you are so possessive for your YouTube. So, what are your expectations from your YouTube?
Hmm. So I always have high expectations from YouTube. I feel that
Mm-hmm.
soon I might earn a lot of money. This is what I really expect. I expect
Mm-hmm.
to earn a lot of money from YouTube. I also expect to
Mm-hmm.
gain, yes. And I feel that once I have innumerable subscribers, so they will come to me and they would also like to take my online classes. I'm also giving
Mm-hmm.
online classes. So I feel that once I gain a lot of subscribers,
Mm-hmm.
first I'll be benefited from YouTube. Second, that I will have students, and from there I might earn. So these are the expectations I have from YouTube.
Okay, okay. So, okay, sir, when you started your journey of learning English, so how did you start? What is your first step of your learning English? Yeah.
Hmm. For learning or for YouTube?
Learning from YouTube means like watching lots of videos related to
Hmm.
grammar from YouTube.
Okay, okay. So
Yes.
honestly speaking, I did not learn much from YouTube. I used to take
Okay.
classes from one of the best teachers of my area. I learned
Okay, okay.
a lot from that person, and I guess most
Mm-hmm.
of the grammatical concepts were cleared by him. So, and
Okay.
I do not like to watch other people's videos. I have seen this that, and the teacher who was giving me English classes, he was one of the best teachers, I would say. And he did not only teach me
Mm-hmm.
grammatical parts, but also the right pronunciation. He instilled, yes,
Okay.
right pronunciation in all his students. I was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
idioms were introduced to me in that institute, or fancy words. I was not aware of these expensive words, like these trending words, magnanimous, connoisseur, gourmet.
Mm-hmm.
Words
Okay.
were taught to me many years back.
Mm. Okay.
So when it came
Okay.
to YouTube learning, so what I have learned, that very few concepts were there which I must have learned from YouTube. Else I learned
Mm.
from books or from my teacher.
If someone is there who wants to learn English, but he or she doesn't have any good teacher, good trainer, and he or she thinks that, okay, I will do it myself. I can learn this language myself from YouTube, from books. So, how do you consider it? Is it is it easier or is it not easy? What do you
Hmm.
think?
Okay, so what I'm going to tell you is you can certainly learn this language, but the problem is that you will be making so many mistakes. But how would you
Mm.
get what your mistakes are? You can learn
Mm-hmm.
you can learn modals, but when it comes to using all these things, when it comes to implementing all these things, there can be a lot of problems. You can
Mm.
speaking is not a problem, but speaking in a right way is not a child's play. There you
Mm-hmm.
who can correct you. Okay, Neha, you are making a mistake in this part, you should not repeat that. When
Yes.
people correct you, it creates some memory, I believe, in you, and you always have that,
Mm.
"Okay, last time I made this mistake, this time I should not repeat that." But if
Mm.
people do not correct you, if you go on speaking, if you go on making mistakes, so there it might be too late
Mm.
to improve. It might take a lot of time for you to improve that thing. Yes, right.
Okay. Okay. So when you started learning, so did you take it as a just your because you were very much interested to learn this language, or you had you ever thought that you would be a teacher?
No, I really did not think of becoming a teacher, but when I was learning this language, I took it so seriously because I already wasted a lot of time of mine. I started
Mm-hmm.
learning English after doing BTech. You can consider that
Okay.
I already spent 4 or 5 years after 12th class. And here I could not play with my life. I already wasted a lot of time. Here I was very serious to learn this language. And when I
Mm-hmm.
started taking classes, there I was
Yeah.
humiliated. There people used to play some games like Damsaraz kind of game was played that in that institute, and I was new.
Okay.
And we made sure
Mm.
when we were learning English, no one spoke Hindi words unnecessarily. If it
Okay.
was most important, then we could use Hindi. Otherwise, Hindi was not allowed. So
Okay.
that day, initially I was not good at English, and that particular
Mm-hmm.
day, not opted for any game. No one took me in their game.
Mm.
There, I was
Okay.
yes. I thought they did not take me because I could not be a good player. I could not
Mm-hmm.
express English very well. Then,
Okay.
yes, I came home. I was devastated, and I was
Mm.
asked too that why it happened. And from there,
Mm.
I
So
started.
Okay, that moment ignited you a fire in you that no, now I have to do something. It
Right.
is now it is a question of my image.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, yes. So, like, my last question is, like, if you were not an English spoken trainer, so what would you be?
Okay. So I would have been in Delhi Police. Delhi Police is something I love no end. I would have been in Delhi Police, yes.
Okay, okay, okay. So, have you done something like, have you cracked any exam related to Delhi police or something else, or like
So
what?
I wish I could do that, but I like it because my father is in Delhi Police, and I really respect
Okay,
this profession. Yes.
okay, okay. Very nice. Okay, sir. So yes, it was a very, very nice meeting with you, sir. And I hope, like, from your experience, many learners will learn lots of things. And I think I tried my best to cover
Yes, and yes, yes, yes. Without a shadow of a doubt, I really enjoyed the questions you have asked.
maximum
First,
things.
first you did refresh.
Okay. Uh,
I reminisced my school days, my college days, or my tuition days when I was learning this language. The questions you
Yes.
have asked, they were really interesting, and I really enjoyed that. And the way you were speaking, the way you made me speak, that was marvelous.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And I hope we will. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sparing your precious time for me.
Yes, yes. Take care. Bye. Same. I wish you the same. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay.